peeps across the pond were told to look towards Monday morning. And if you are not a DinarGuru.com alert list yet, now is a great time to do it. It's free as always and only takes a sec. If you invested in the dinar and spend time on the site, you don't want to miss something very important because you're not on the list. I have to tell you the currency rate of 1/6 of a penny, 1,320 Iraqi dinars equals $1 United States dollar, absolutely does not reflect the currency rate of the dinar. It is being artificially suppressed. But most importantly, many other financial wizards, much more knowledgeable than I, also feel this way. To make a very good comparison, one only needs to compare Iraq to Kuwait to see the imbalance and inequity happening. 1 Kuwaiti dinar equals 3 United States dollars and 45 cents. On Sunday, the leader of the Al-Fatah alliance, Uday Abdul Hadi, described 2023 as the year of failure of American plans in Iraq. Abdul Hadi said in an interview with Al-Maluma, "Washington is deliberately pursuing a multiple agenda in the Iraqi arena, the first and last goal of which is to make it weak and in a state of instability, while pushing to keep the infrastructure of services, especially in the energy file, marginalized and unable to meet the local demand for electricity in order to use it as a card. Pressure on governments." He added, 2023 can be described as a year of failure for the American agenda. Starting from its failure to disrupt the oil agreement with Tehran to the continuity of importing gas to maintain the operation of electricity production plants after the failure of 4 attempts to disrupt it, all the way to confronting attempts to use the dollar to create an economic crisis through the markets by raising the prices of materials, food. He pointed out that the American role in the Middle East has begun to decline significantly, especially since many countries have begun to distrust Washington as it is the main cause of many crises and was behind the emergence of a series of terrorist organizations over the past 4 decades. America has a series of military bases in the Middle East, including Iraq, and it is trying through hegemony to impose its agenda, which primarily takes into account the interests of Tel Aviv. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mohammed al-Halbusi, is preparing the atmosphere for concluding a series of agreements between tribal leaders loyal to him and the leaders of the American army in the western regions to arm the tribes and declare the Sunni region, in an indication of striking the Iraqi parliament's decision to end the American presence in Iraq. According to one of the sheikhs and notables of Anbar Governorate, Khalid al-Dulaimi, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mohammed al-Halbusi, sponsored a meeting between the American forces and some sheikhs and notables of Anbar at the Ain Al-Asad air base. Al-Dulaimi said in a statement to the Maluma agency, Al-Halbusi paved the way for the American forces to hold meetings with some of the tribal sheikhs in Anbar inside the building of the Ain Al-Asad air base, west of the governorate, in order to exchange visions on topics related to the movements of the American forces and their continuation in their bases in the regions. Western affairs without these figures' objection to America's long-term policy in Anbar. Al-Dulaimi added, America is planning to arm the tribes to serve its interests under false pretexts, including the existence of a threat to Anbar from ISIS criminal gangs, as well as encouraging these figures to put forward the idea of establishing an Anbar province. He pointed out that Al-Halbusi enjoys good relations with American political and security figures that qualify him to carry out this mission, while allocating huge sums of money to realize this project, explaining that America has assigned all infrastructure projects in Anbar to Al-Halbusi in order to strengthen it. Al-Halbusi buys the loyalty of some Anbar sheikhs. For his part, Suleiman al-Dulaimi, one of the sheikhs and notables of Anbar Governorate, revealed on Sunday that the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mohammed al-Halbusi, had bought the liabilities of some politicians and tribal sheikhs in exchange for a Tahoe in order to support him in the upcoming elections. Al-Dulaimi said in a statement to the Maluma agency, Al-Halbusi bought the Tahoe wheels and distributed them to some political and tribal figures to attract them from the blocs and political parties opposed to his orientations and include them in the Taqaddam party. Al-Dulaimi added,